seeing it now? It's in the chat window. Okay, awesome. All right, Mr. Stevens, sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, no problem,
Right,
man. Mr. Green, you could probably send that same link to the WhatsApp, because what happened as they come, they're not, anybody who come after you send the link, they're not gonna see it.
Yeah, man, I'm actually going to send it in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man. Thanks for the suggestion, though.
Yeah, man.
So the floor is yours now, so you can go
Yes.
ahead.
Okay. All right. All right. Do we have any new students joining this class this week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's that? Ashley?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me. I must apologize about my camera. Oh boy. Boy, Mr. Green, I need an upgrade.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna join using my phone.
All right, no problem.
So you guys can. What is this? All right, so I'm joining. All right, guys, can you see me? I'm the one with the headphone waving. So I am your instructor for today. All right. Well, not for today, but for the series. All right. So please forgive me. I'm using two devices. All right. I had a hectic today, Mr. Green. My school went face to face today.
Oh, I don't think your camera is on,
It's not.
Oh, I am not seeing you. I don't know if the others are seeing you.
I can see, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, hi, Susanna. Yeah. You're not seeing me?
I'm seeing you. You have on a white headphone.
Right.
I don't know
Sir,
why. I don't know why Mr. Green not seeing you.
Mr. Green not seeing me?
Yeah, man, I'm seeing you now.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let me. All right. So what I intend to do today is to run through basic concepts in matrices. All right. Initially, I'd said that I was going to run some more computation, but I think would have covered to me. I would have covered a lot with what we have done plus the assessment, the quiz that I gave you. I think that is sufficient. All right. So what I'm going to do, I am going to share my screen. And let me just welcome everybody. Sometimes let me just get a feel who we have here. Can you just indicate which schools are you representing? Anybody just open the mic and just tell me the schools that you're representing quickly.
Irwin High.
Okay. And Irwin High, what are you currently doing in math now?
Bearings.
Parents. Okay, cool. Just to recognize and congratulate you guys. You guys have the LASCO Teacher of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a teacher there. She's a Lasco Teacher of the Year. She got the award this year. Yeah, man. Is that so, Miss? Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware.
You're
I think
not
I
aware?
really know, but I'm not sure.
Yes, man. I can't remember her name. Anybody else? All right. So we're not in the talking mood today. We just want to get. Okay, Petersville. What are you doing right now at Petersville?
In my class, I'm doing vectors.
Oh, so you have done matrices before?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right. I think
Fern
Brianna.
Court High.
Fern
Fern Court
Court.
High, and I'm at Circle Theorem.
Circle
And
Theorem.
I've done Matrix before.
You have done matrices before. Okay. Fern Court is in St. Anne, right?
Yes, it
Am I?
is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can breeze through this with ease. All right. Is everybody seeing my document? It's a Word document. Are you seeing it?
We can
Yes, sir.
barely see it, sir, but your screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, are you seeing clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So I'll be doing a lot of typing from this platform. So all right. So quickly, a matrix. Anybody who can tell me the definition of what a matrix is? Anybody recollect who have done the topic before? What is a matrix? By the way, have you guys seen the movie, the series for this? There's a movie series called Matrix. Anybody recollect?
Me,
This
sir.
movie?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, man. All right. Okay. Well, sadly, it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. All right. So, matrix is an array of rows and columns. That's basically what a matrix is, right? It's just an array of rows and columns. All right. And it is enclosed in a bracket. All right. So, give me a second. There's this document that I'm gonna share a document with you. So I'm going to stop share my screen temporarily. I'm going to locate it. And I will also send this document in the WhatsApp group so you can read through, all right? All right, so basically, as I was saying, a matrix is a rectangular array of numbers, letters, or a combination of both. A matrix is formed when the above mentioned are arranged in rows and columns. So, you know, a row is a horizontal arrangement and a column is a vertical arrangement. All right. All right. So if for example, if you're to take a classroom, a typical classroom, a classroom has rows of desks and chairs and columns. Would you agree with me? So would you say that a classroom is a matrix, would symbolize a matrix?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because you have row
And columns. And it's also enclosed with walls. So you could just say it's a real matrix. All right. Can anybody give me another example of a real life situation of how you identify a matrix? And you know, anything pop in your head?
Sure, when I build a house, sir.
When you're building a house.
Yes, sir.
I-
Column, sir, and it's where you lay scaffold them, sir. They have set in a row to, sir.
All right.
Finish ceiling, yes, sir.
All right. I wouldn't say a house. I would probably say a housing scheme. If you're to
Yes,
look at
sir.
some housing schemes, right? If you're to take a pictorial view or a plan view of a housing scheme, it would almost look like a matrix. If you take a snapshot, a plan view of New York City, it looks like a grid of rows and columns. All right. Okay. And there's some real life application of matrices, but I won't go into it. All right. All right. So look at this matrix here. So we call this row 1 and row 2. Going across, row 1, row 2, and coming down is column 1, column 2, column 3. So we said this is a 2 by 3 matrix. So the first number tells us the number of rows, and the second number tells us the number of columns. All right. And the 2 by 3 is also called the order of a matrix. All right. Okay, let's look at number 1. It says a row matrix. So what is a row matrix? A row matrix only have what? 1 row. Right. So look at this matrix. How much row it have?
1,
1. And how many columns going down?
3.
3. So it's a 1 by 3 matrix. And this one is a what? A 1 by 2.
Yes, sir.
And part 2, we have something called a column matrix. In a column matrix, it has 3 rows and 1 column. All right. So any matrix that has 1 column is called a column matrix. And then now you have something called a squared matrix. Now, in a square, all sides are what? Equal. All right. And if you look at this matrix here, it's a 2 by 2. And if you're to look at it like a square, you realize that it looks like all sides are equal. So a 2 by 2 matrix would give us a square looking matrix. If you look at this matrix here, it more look like a what? A rectangular matrix, not true? Right.
Yes, sir.
So a 3 by 3 would also give us a square matrix. Can you give me another example?
A square matrix has another name for a square matrix would be equal matrix.
No, that's a different concept. An equal matrix is when you have 2 matrices and they tell you that they're equal. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right. So that is not a type of matrix. All right. Can you give me an example of another matrix that would be a square matrix? We have 2 by 2. We have 3 by 3.
Square matrix, sir.
In terms of the order, so a 2 by 2 matrix gives us a square matrix. A 3 by 3 gives us another square. So I'm saying, which other matrix will give us another
4
square
by
matrix?
4, sir.
A 4 by 4. Give me another one.
Sir, I don't quite follow, sir.
You don't quite follow. All right. All right. So what I'm saying is, a 2 by 2 matrix. If you're to construct a 2 by matrix, it has 2 rows, 2 columns. If you're to draw, if you're to shade that area, it will take the form of a square. All right. So if it was a 2 by 3, it's going to be off. A 3 by 3 matrix will also give you another what? Square matrix. Because look at the shaded region. It looks like a square.
Yes,
so I'm asking you, what other matrix, what other combination, what other order matrix will give us a square matrix? It will be a 4 by 4, or it could be a 5 by 5, or 6 by 6. All right. Are you guys following?
Yes, sir. So it's the one in the middle of you, sir, not the one at the end, sir. The numbers in the middle, sir.
The number you're talking about these?
No, sir. The bottom one, sir. The second one, sir. The 3 by 3 matrix.
When is it the middle? You're talking about this?
The numbers, sir. Yes, sir. 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and a 6 by 6.
Okay, but no, we don't have any. We don't have any 4 by 4 on the paper, on the document.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. All right. So another question. I'm going to ask somebody to answer this question. Let us examine this matrix here, right? I want you, by the way, the items that are inside of matrix, they're called elements. All right. So this is a question. I want somebody to identify which element is in the second row and the third column.
2.
It will be 2. This is row 1, row 2. And I said the second row and the third column. So it will correspond to 2. Let us try another one. Identify the element in the matrix. The third row and the second column. Which element is it? The third row and the second column.
-6.
It would have been -6. All right. Everybody following? Any questions? Any concerns? All right, moving on. All right, so we have another type of matrix. It's called the diagonal matrix. All right, and a diagonal matrix, so this is a square matrix with all elements are 0 except elements in the leading diagonal. All right, so in a matrix, right? You see the 2 and the 5? All right, I'm sorry, I don't have something to mark on this. All right, but the 2 and 5, you call it the diagonals of that matrix. But 2 and 5 is also called a leading diagonal. And the other diagonals are what? 0 and 0. Now 0 and 0 is called a non-leading diagonal. The 2 and the 5 are called the what are they called? Right, the leading diagonal. Right, good. So what they're saying is that a diagonal matrix is a square matrix with all elements. Remember, the elements are the items that make up the matrix, right? So with all the elements are 0 except the leading diagonal. All right. All right. Then we have something called the unit matrix or the identity matrix. So this is a diagonal matrix with elements on the leading diagonal is 1. So if you have the leading diagonal is 1, it is called a unit matrix or identity matrix. So remember, this is the leading diagonal, and the other side is the non-leading diagonal. All right, so these are types of what?
Matrix.
Of matrix. All right, so let's just go down to the mathematics part of it, because somebody said, boy, can't buy someone and then talking. We want to do some maths. All right, so let us go back to this document here. All right. Okay, so I would have covered the definition of a matrix. All right, so I want you guys to write down something. Let us say we have this matrix here. A is a minus 3, 1, 0, 5. The matrix A, the matrix B, C is equal to so we have those three matrices. Find sum of A plus B and the sum of matrix B plus A. So the question is, how do we add matrix?
Sir, the one in the first column with the one in the other first column, sir.
Oops. Oh boy, my phone fell. Oh dear. All right, sorry about that. My camera is off for a little while here. Okay, so how do we add? I mean, you were saying something? Sorry about that.
Sir, I was saying from the first column, sir, you do with the one in the other one from the first column, and the second column, sir, you do with the other one, which is B, sir, in the second column, sir, and with the same procedure.
All right. I think okay, I think I understand what you're saying, but you want to say the right
Sir,
thing.
sir, you're gonna use -3 and 5 and add it to 4 and -2, and then
Alright.
use 1 and 0, add it to 3 and -4.
Okay, very good. In other words, we add and subtract matrix entry by corresponding entry. All right. I think sometimes, you know, when you try to explain certain things, you might know what you're saying, but how you say it sometimes, you know, it might sound a bit off. So you're actually correct. All right. So thank you for your input. Thank you for your input still. All views are important. All right. So as I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the names, but as the student said a while ago, you're gonna add corresponding entry. All right. So the corresponding entry here will be what? -3. So -3, you'd add it with what? 4. All right. So we have -3 plus 4. All right. And then we have 1 plus 3. All right. Can someone tell me what I should write here? So
5 plus
5 plus -2.
5 plus what? -2.
-2.
What about the last one?
0 plus
-4.
-4.
-4. Oops. All right. Everybody following so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay, so this part, let me tell you, you know what I've noticed over the years? Sometimes when I tell students one thing, then do for them when they feel like. So then everybody want to the easiest way out to do less work. All right, let me tell you something.
Sometimes they get mixed up there, sir.
And they
you
get
know.
mixed up. Let me tell you something. It can be very tricky because let me tell you, in CXE, if you have a question like this, find A plus B is worth 2 marks. All right? I can imagine you need to get 4 numbers correct on a 2 mark. So if one of those numbers are incorrect, you only get what? 1 mark. All right? So you have to be very careful. And what I realize is that students, this is what I write, they don't want to do this. And so some can't buy that. I'm just going to add that and that. But guess what? It's a little part here, so very tricky. You have to be careful. All right? Okay. Now, well, let's do the easy one. 1 plus 3, we know is what? 4.
4.
All right? All right. Let me see if you guys can figure this out. What is negative 3 plus 4? And explain to me how you get the answer.
1,
Okay.
sir.
You
Two
have
was negative and a
I have 4
positive.
and you go 3. So you go you take 3 from 4 and get 1.
Sir, signs them too,
All right.
sir.
All right. Okay.
Negative and a positive give you a negative, sir. And you put the negative sign in the middle, sir, and then just take away, sir. And then so come you get the 1, sir.
No, hold on, man. Hold on. No, you know, when it's a negative and a positive, no, what you're doing there, you're using the rules of multiplication, but we're not multiplying. Because you notice that the signs they're not close by, so you can't say negative and positive. Because suppose I flip around the signs here, so suppose it was negative 4 and plus 3, you get a different answer. Just stick with what? Stick with the basic concept. The negative 3 means a O. All right, and some of you might learn this another way. You could actually use a number line. Some teachers might say you keep the sign of the bigger number, then you subtract. So keep the sign of the big. Which number is the biggest number here? So 4. So if I say keep the sign of the bigger number, so the bigger number is 4, and the sign the bigger number have is plus. That means that your answer must be what? Plus.
Positive.
So keep the sign of the bigger number, then subtract. So 3 from 4 give you 1. So that's one scenario. Another scenario that some teachers may use is have the negative to mean O and plus mean positive, which I love to use because it's a scenario that's common here in Jamaica. You know, like a man around the shop. All right, so you owe Mr. Brown. I don't know why I keep on saying Mr. Brown. I hope nobody near Miss Brown or Mr. Brown. Anybody? Is any Brown in here? All right, don't feel offended. All right, so imagine you owe Mr. Brown $3. Mr. Brown is a shopkeeper. All right, and mommy or daddy gives you what? $4. You take the $4 to the shop. Mr. Brown can take him $3 out of your $4, so you're gonna have $1.
Only $1.
Right. So that's another way of reasoning it out. All right. Let us look at this, and I am explaining this because let me tell you, students mess this up over and over and over. Let's look at this one down here. So now what you notice about the signs? The signs they're together, don't you?
At each other, sir.
Right. But what you notice up here, so the signs they're separated. All right.
Yes.
So when the signs are together like this, we use the rules of multiplication. All right. So this is the part you talk about positive and negative. So you don't say it up here, so you follow? You don't say it up here, so you only say it when they're together like this. So a positive and a negative will give you a negative. So
Yes,
all of this will disappear, giving you negative. And 2 from 5 will give us what? 3.
3.
All right. All right. Let me write about this because I want you to get this because it can be tricky, you know. Let me tell you, man, it can be tricky. All right, over here, so positive and negative gives us a what?
Negative.
Negative. So we're gonna have 4 subtract 0. What is 4 from 0?
4.
-4.
No man, negative 4.
Oh, you keep it saying.
Right. 4. Well, I mean, look at it. 4. What's $4 from from $0? Can you take away $4 from $0? No, you
No,
can't.
sir.
Right, but you're gonna get a what? A negative, true. All
I
right.
still can use the have O, sir,
Are you
right?
right? Right.
Your
You know,
O is have 0 and O 4.
you
So
know,
you
you know what
still
I'm,
that way 4.
you know what I'm trying to figure out a scenario. You know, say it come like a thief or somebody a thief money do. Because
Yes, sir.
yeah, seriously. I mean, look at it. I mean, you're gonna take $4 from somebody who have no a thief, something not true.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, class. So guess what? Guess what I want you to do, you see? For part 2, I want you to work out what is B plus A.
Yes, sir.
I want you to work out B subtract C. And I want you to work out C subtract B. All right? All right. So what time is it now? All right. So it's 5:12. I'm going to give you 6 minutes, 2 minutes to answer each question. So take your time. 6 minutes to do this. All right? So be very, very careful with the subtraction. Sometimes it can be very tricky. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to set up the questions, because sometimes typing is a bit tedious. All right, so I think you should be finishing up by now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So what is B plus A?
Anybody, sir?
Yeah, man, anybody can go.
4 plus negative 3, sir.
Hold on, you're supposed to get 4 numbers in there.
Oh, that is, sir.
answer you must tell.
Okay. You give okay. All right. Sorry. All
4.
right. Let's work it out. Because of time, just tell me what to get here.
Sir, may get 1, sir. 3, 4, negative 4, sir.
Yes.
When you notice, you get about the same thing up top, don't you?
Yes, sir.
You guys realize that? That A plus B, when you add A plus B, you end up back with the same answer as what? B plus A. Now, this is a special property in maths. All right? So what you're saying, that if you add A plus B, you ought to get back what? B plus A. So, hence, addition of matrices obey the commutative. Hold on, that spells are 100. So A plus B is equal to what? B plus A. All right, what about B? Who wants to guide me in writing? Because we have to work this out, don't you? Who wants to volunteer?
Me, sir.
You say.
It's correct.
All right. Hold on there. Let me try to do this a little bit more. Boy, I just love zooming. Where is this thing? I can't even find where home is. I am totally lost. Oh. All right. So using the raise and feature indicate to me. Okay. All right. So the first, I'm going to pick the first. I'm going to use all of you guys. So Kenneth.
Me, sir.
Kenneth.
I was coming with that, sir. I don't know why, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, because that sounds like a
my name.
I'm
a cousin name, sir.
All right, go ahead for me.
Sir, so it says, sir, if you're working out, me put 4 minus minus 2, sir, and then the other part me put 3.
Hold on, which other part? To the right or to the bottom piece?
To the right, sir.
Okay.
So 3 minus negative 4, sir. Then down to the left, sir, negative 2 minus 1, sir. And negative 4 minus 6, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to ask. I want everybody to full participate. I'm going to ask Cassidy. Cassidy, do you want to?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. I want you to work out the two top piece them. See the two top number them, and then I want Ashley to work out the two bottom number them. Fair enough?
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
Right. So I know you young people want to be heard, don't you? Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Uno want the word. Uno want everybody to know what going on. We want to be known. You want to be heard. You want to express yourself. All right. I'm just kidding. All right. So go ahead for me.
So 4 take 2 equals 2, and then you say
All right,
5.
hold on. All right. I don't like how you said it a while ago, because I hear like you're saying 4 take away 2, and okay, let me tell you something. It's whenever you're reading it from left to right, you will say 4 subtract 2.
Okay, sir.
All right, but if you're reading from right to left, you say 2 from 4. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because 4, you say 4 from 2. 4 from 2 is negative 2, you know.
Yes, sir.
Right, but It's just how you say it. So if you're reading it from left to right, you don't say take away or from. You say just a 4 subtract 2. But if you're gonna read it from right to left, you can say 2 from 4. And we all know that is what? 2. All right.
So 4 subtract 2 equals 2. And then 5 take negative 4 equals 9. Subtract.
You get 5. Maybe it's a 5.
Sir, even a mistake and a 5 for the
It should be 3.
Yes, sir. 3.
All right. So what you're saying that what's happening? Right? What's happening in the middle here? So
The 2 same side collide.
Multiplication.
So yes, the negative and negative here positive.
Okay, I was maybe about that the 2 sign collide. All right, that's cool still. Then on the highway. All right. All right. So we use the rules of what?
Oh, sir, and the answer is
Multiplication.
Right. We use the rules of multiplication because negative times negative gives us a positive, or as you said, they collide. So 3 plus 4 gives us 7. Ashley?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you work with that one now.
Negative 2 minus 1 is equal to negative 1.
No, Ashley.
Sir, negative 3, sir?
Yeah, it will be negative 3. You want to explain to Ashley how you get negative 3?
Sir, sir, negative, sir, a negative 2, sir, negative and a positive give you, negative, 2 negative give you positive, sir.
No,
So
but no, hold on. But 2, if you say 2 negative give you a positive, you can't get a negative 3, so.
Yeah, sir, I want a negative. Sir, it would be
Mr. Brown.
your O2 and your O1, so you would have just add them.
Right, and that you must say.
Sign.
Right, you owe Mr. Brown. You owe Mr. Brown what? $2.
And you owe him one more.
You go there and go borrow the man something again and owe him again. So you owe him twice. So you owe him $3. All right, and the same concept for this one, not true?
Sir, that kind of tricky, sir. So I'm not getting no, sir, but still, a 3 may get, sir, but we just no, sir. That me was, sir, getting 3.
But you said negative and negative, but give positive, but
Sir,
the thing about it, you see, you can't say negative and negative because the signs, there's no multiplication sign here.
No,
right?
sir, I'm just realized, sir.
Right, so you can't use that rule. So for example, look at this one now. Look at this. The 2 signs are together.
Yes, sir, that would be.
So you can say negative, and that will give you a positive. All right. And what's the last one? Ashley, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is that one now? It's very similar to this one, You notice? Talk to me.
2, sir.
Negative 10.
Ashley,
Ashley, man.
Member.
Ashley. Yeah, go ahead. Negative, you say, Ashley? Means you owe.
Your O4 and your O6.
And your O6. It's like your O.
So you would have just add them up and say 10.
Right. So anytime you see the 2 negatives like this, I think I know what you're saying, Yes, boy, sir. 6 from 4 give you 2. Well, 6 from 4 give you negative 2. Or you say 6 from 4 a 2 and Robert. I mean, all kind of things can go up in your head. All right, but that's not how you do it here, Ashley.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's not how you reason it out. And it's anytime you see them like so, don't reason it out that way. Here, just think about owing and having money. Let me see if I can reason with you for just a second, because this is a big problem here in Jamaica. Suppose you say you have negative 10 plus 1. Ashley, talk to me. How you not reason this out? With Mr. Think about Mr. Brown, I'm a one shop. Or talk to me. How you not reason that out?
Sir, you owe $10 and you add $1 to it.
All right. Don't say add. Let us say you owe Mr. Brown $10. Your mother give you $1, you know, to go to the shop to give Mr. Brown. What Mr. Brown gonna do, Ashley?
You might go minus if I need $10,
I'm
sir.
gonna thump it on and take away money. Oh, Mr. Brown. He's gonna take away his $1. He's gonna take his $1 and show. But when
Yes,
him take him $1, what happened to the situation? You still what? Oh,
You still owe $9, sir.
Right. All right. Watch out now. Let me try to twist it up on you a little bit. Suppose it was like this now. Tell me how you reason that out. Just imagine what's happening in your mind. Just put yourself in put yourself. When the last time you went to a shop, Ashley, do you go shop or you go Mega Mart?
Me go shop, sir.
You go shop? All right. Talk to me now. What's happening in this case here?
Sir, you owe Mr. Brown $1. And your mother give you $11.
$11. So what gonna happen? Tell me what gonna happen, Mr. Brown.
Sir, I'm gonna take you $1 where you owe him.
You sure say you owe him? I'm saying $1, you know. A $1 owe him and mama give you $11. So are you going to owe Mr. Brown?
No, sir.
No, you can't owe Mr. Brown. Come, you give me $1. So if you gave Mr. Brown $1, how much you are gonna have?
$10.
Right? And have is a plus, you know. Have means plus. So that's 10. So I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. And that's how you reason it out, all right? Now, you see, what students get mixed up with is a part where you have, for example, say, when the signs are together. When the signs are together, we use a different rule, rules of multiplication. All right. Okay, so it's 5:35. Okay, so I will do this. This is the last part, right? All right. So I need some volunteers. Anybody just wanna
Me, sir?
well, you can you put down your hands for me? Right. I need some other persons to participate, man. All right. Okay, I see is this Bribby? Bribby 12?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know what that is, but I don't know if are you the 12th
Sorry,
child?
BB, I mean baby.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so hold on, let me. Okay, go ahead for me. I just want you to set it out.
So the first one would be 2 minus 4. And then to the right, it'd have negative 4 minus 3.
1 second there. So it's 2 minus 4. And this one is?
Negative 4 minus 3.
This one?
And 1 minus negative 2.
Very good.
And then 6 minus negative 4.
All right, who wants to finish that? Let's use the raise hand feature. Okay, Miss Daly. Go ahead.
Sir, so you have 2 and you owe 4, so it would be negative 2. And you have 1 and you owe 2, so it would be negative 1.
Hold on, which one? You're talking about, you're working on this one?
Yes, sir.
Go again for me.
So you have 1 and you owe 2. Oh,
All right. Hold
2
on.
negative or positive, sir. Sorry.
Right. So this one's a little bit different. So you get what? What do you get?
3, sir. Negative 3.
3. Right. So when you say you have, okay, you're correct. You're correct up to a point. When you say you have 1, you actually have $1.
Yes,
And you
sir.
owe $2. But there's another sign there. So I did say that when the signs are together, we use the rules of what? Multiplication. All right. And what would be this one? What would this one be?
10, sir.
It can be 10. Very good. All right, we should wrap up now. What about this one,
Sir, that would have been negative 7.
Very good. All right. All right, class, one last point. What do you notice about B subtract C and C subtract B? Look at the answer for B subtract.
Only 2 of them are low on subtract, sir. The rest of them, sir, normal, sir. And like if you top first one, sir, I bottom one them are negative, sir, and the top one them the second one negative, sir.
All right, boy, you make it sound complicated. Yeah, but all of it just say, all right, all of it just say, boy, sir, the number then same, but which part negative there it's positive, because look, that's +2, but this is what? -2. This is +7, but this is what? -7. This is -3, but this is what? +3, etc., etc. So that's the difference. All right, but they're not equal.
So
not
you
true.
know, like when you're flipping number them, you either a bottom number got top instead of bottom number got top, I sign them change so a positive got bottom and a negative got.
Very good. So, but essentially, they're not equal. They're different. Not true. All right. So B subtract C is not equal to C subtract B. They're different. So in other words, we say that the subtraction of matrices does not be the commutative law. It doesn't. All right. But what? Addition obey. So addition obey. And the one is
right off like you want the addition, sir.
I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send this document in the WhatsApp group here, so you can have a look at it.
Sir.
All right. So addition of matrix obey the commutative law, but subtraction what? Does not.
Doesn't.
All right. It's very rude. Not true. We have any rude students in there? Any rude students in there? Any students disobeying your parents?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No?
Sir, nobody not gonna
give a answers.
No, this not okay. Are you guys are you taking the COVID thing serious? You should,
Yes, sir.
Remember, there's no bed space, So let me just encourage you guys. Let me just use this platform to encourage you guys to, sanitize, maintain social distance, and remember you have some of you guys probably go to school, and remember that kids, adults might be, on the safeguard, but kids, especially going to school, be a hugging and you just want to meet your friend and so on, you might take it home and give the virus to your mom or dad.
Or somebody who's sick, sir.
And there's and cause problem at home. And let me tell you, and I just can't imagine your responsible death of your parents or parent, and you have to live for that for the rest of your life. So just be careful and just observe what your teachers or what the school admin, the Ministry of Health is saying about taking precaution. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so next week we will continue on this. All right, so next week we can look at some more. We can probably look at multiplying matrix, and then we'll probably move on to some. Right, we'll probably do some equal matrices and some past paper questions on matrices, and then I might touch some circle theorem. All right, Miss Fern, is it Fern Court? That's what you did, circle theorem.
Yes, that's what I'm doing, sir.
Right. So I saw probably the third week, probably, you know, we might touch some circle theorem. All right. All right, students, I'll see you around. All the best. Mr. Green? Yes. Mr. Green, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on, guys. You can look for the recording of this session on our YouTube page. As soon as it's finalized and finished processing, then I'll post the link in the WhatsApp group. So anybody that's interested, just ensure that you're in the WhatsApp group so we can send the information to you. All right. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Be safe. God bless.
Yes, one.